on EA Sports. And we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Colts and the Steelers, and it comes
from the
your
crossroads
way
of America.
next.
We're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Hey, football fans, glad to have you all with us early in this NFL season. It's Kate Scott and Brock Heward with you, and we've got a couple of teams here, Brock, on much different trajectories here early in the opening third of this calendar.
Yeah, but we're at a part of the season, and you know this, partner. The records could still be deceiving, right? So don't look at that win-loss column and immediately say this one's a landslide. Some teams start a little slow before they surge. Some start fast, have some injuries, and we know what happens over a long season. But that picture, it's going to become a little more clear today.
An undefeated start against a winless Skid. Let's see if this week goes chalk or if it's an upset brewing in week 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And bringing them out to fourth-year quarterback and capable dual-threat producer from Ohio State's Justin Fields.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Fields. Completed here to Pickens. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And they take him down right along the 30. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the shotgun, Fields has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
This ball's caught by Pickens. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Warren running between the tackles. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. Warren once more. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Off play action, it's Fields. That's caught for the first. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Warren. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal. Looking for it with Warren. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. On target to Downs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He's on the move. He takes it himself. And that's good for a gain of 5. That stop made by T.J. Watt.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll take an option to the right on 1st down. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most...
Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Kate, I am telling you, ball security critical over the entire 100 yards. If you start smelling that end zone, you're inside the 5, boy, you've got to take care of that ball at all costs and can't let it get ripped free.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Dump off caught by his back. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Gay with the point after. And the Colts respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
2nd and 3 now. Fields out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down. Now Fields. Caught by Freiermuth. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2nd and 3 now. Play action, Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another, hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing now, following the turnover. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. This one taken in by Granson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They'll come up 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. Gets this to Woods. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. They'll throw again, Richardson. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Oh, option play now. He's headed right side. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Colts capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. First down throw for Fields. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Complete to George Pickens. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Steelers.
So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. This is Warren headed right. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Field throwing here. Warren's got it. Complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more.
Breaks through, and he might break away. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Colts as they get somebody out there to tend to him. First down, ball at the 36.
Here we go, start.
Back to throw, here's Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Taken in by Mitchell, right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Takes off right out of the read option. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
35-yard line.
To throw, Richardson. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it second and goal. They are throwing it again. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. Buckle up. It's third and goal. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Rolling left, behind him, and he has the Indianapolis touchdown! The Colts take a 13-point lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Off play action, it's Fields. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it deep downfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers make it a one-score game in the first half. George Pickens the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Steelers 14. Chris Boswell.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Richardson now on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A game of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. A give left side to Taylor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Taking a shot, deep down the field it goes. Oh, Mika Fitzpatrick has it. And the Steelers have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Warren quick on the draw. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He completes it in traffic. And he's taken down at the 30. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap to Fields. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Another throw for Fields. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They do snap it. Here's Fields. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. Fields on 1st down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he drives this forward to the 6. 2nd and 3 now. Fields out of the gun. This one's caught. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Escapes the pocket. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now we stop. Looks like somebody was hurt on that play, and it's, oh no. Oh, it's a big one. Justin Fields getting looked at by the medical staff after that snap. Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Starting from the 5. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Option give to Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Steelers will take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. Finds him over the middle. He's got a gain of 6 there. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. Caught by Freiermuth. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
First down throw from Wilson. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Russ is cooking again. He's on the move. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Russ setting to throw. Warren's got it. Complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. It's caught. Warren. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Here's Wilson. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Wilson to throw again. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Once more, it's Wilson. Throw complete to Warren.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get some late points and the lead. George Pickens the touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers push their lead to 3.
Colts 21.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richard. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Richardson on 3rd. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. Miss a 48-yard look for him. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One final shot before halftime. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down. We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2 quarters. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Travis Etienne, over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting LA Rams as that one's gone to halftime. It's the rookie from SC, Caleb Williams, with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Texas man, Bijan Robinson, a touchdown run. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Juke the defender. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
And he gets him around 6 there. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They go again with Taylor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Alert! Alert!
Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
Taylor again. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Got his target, it's Granson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Completes this one to Granson. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Richardson. Looking, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks and the red zone offenses in this league, but what a tremendous effort to not only get the stop, but to end it with gusto and a sack.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And they've taken back the lead.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Steelers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And what we saw in the 1st half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They've kept throwing it to him as we work throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. Ross off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll step up, and there he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. Targeting the sideline, and Freiermuth has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Russ now from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's Jefferson, he's got it. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Wilson now from the gun. Completed here to Pickens. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Now a give to Warren, coming right. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Warren once more. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Well, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. He's got it on the bootleg. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
He's got it! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired, but that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Colts ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Colts are ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Steelers and George Pickens set for this next possession. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down. Throwing again is Russ. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down. Russ is going to cook here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Colts will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Richardson back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That's good for a Colts.
Throwing now, Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Running right, this is Taylor. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Taylor. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Oh, he's headed left again on an option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Colts' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Play action with Richardson. This one taken in by Granson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This finds Mitchell, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He connects downfield on 4. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Straight ahead with Taylor. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Colts take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw Fields. It's taken in by Washington. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. Flush down now to his... This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Catch made by Austin. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Warren here from the gun. He cuts it to the... And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.